take a seat. The wind whispers, hush now, don't be shy. Even the banshees wanna try. Do the graveyard stomp tonight. Skeletons dance in the pale moonlight. Clap your claws, I'll take flight. Graveyard stomp, it's out of sight. A ghostly solo wails from the deep. Guitar strings moan, the dead don't sleep. The rhythm's wild, it'll make you leap.
Not much like that, President. Very bright. It's so bright. English way. Hey, dude.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. And again, I can't hear enough applause, man. So thank you. Podcast, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We're telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who is one in legends. Joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Bell. How are you doing tonight, Bell? You don't say? Is that what you? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's you this time, wasn't me. How are you doing tonight, Belle? Let's try that. Take two.
Well, thank goodness we've got a very small crowd tonight. So anyway, it's been a very busy, very productive day. I've had my foot on the gas pedal all day, getting stuff done. How are you today, Scott?
Oh, I'm just ducky. I've also had my foot on the gas, and we've been hitting it real hard. And it's exciting. It's exciting seeing it all come together, bringing it plugging in those last little couple pieces and then putting it out to the world and just see how the world responds to it. It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking. It's exciting. You know what would really be just crushing my soul right now is if we actually did have a token. That would just be crushing my soul, because not only do you have all the development and all the other stuff that you have to do, plus all the marketing, plus all the outreach, plus all that everything, but you also have like a fiduciary responsibility to anybody who may or may not have purchased your token, and that additional stress on top of that, that would have probably been too much. That would have likely broken me, but we didn't. We did it the way we did it, and yeah, it's working out. So I'm very, very excited. I hope you guys are enjoying Sigea. I hope you're enjoying the Sigea Cloud that we created for you. It'll get better. It's going to get, it's very bare bones right now, but it gives us so many opportunities, particularly for new, next announcement. Hey, stand by for our next big update. If you haven't used Sigea Cloud lately, you haven't used Sigea Cloud and all that fun stuff. So we're looking forward to that. There will be themed music for the entire rest of the month. I'm a huge Halloween fan. Belle is a huge Halloween fan. I'm sure you're probably going to find us up here in costume a time or two before before the end of the season. That one was actually fun, Belle, because the whole prompt for that song was, I told it, make me a kind of a blues song that you might hear in the grand ballroom at the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. That was it. That was my entire prompt. And that's what spit out. It actually spit out two of them. We'll play the second one at the break. I love this. I love AI. I'm a huge fan as far as consumer applications. And Suno AI, that's one we use, is clearly a consumer application. All these are available on the KPOD label. So if you want them, I'm happy to share them with you. I send them all over to Jason. So just put your Sigea user ID up there in the chat, and if he's listening, the song will be on its way to you. If nothing else, we've perfected Napster after all of this time. We've managed to perfect. I'm sorry.
We
Is that
can't say that.
we can't say that. Don't use
We
it.
can't say
Don't
that.
use it to share songs. But our songs are not copyrighted songs, so knock yourself out. We think it's fun and we enjoy doing this. So we haven't. Oh my God, we got. Are we even live? I mean, is there?
Yeah, we're
anybody
live.
going
We're
out?
going out.
All right, so it's just me and you and whom else is out here? Somebody type in chat if you exist, man. Because if not, it's just gonna be a me and Bell stream, and I'm kind of fine with that. We've been using these. Well, no, I mean I'd like to talk to people, of course, but we've been using these streams to make additional content. So when I'm going straight over to the teleprompter, like I will be doing shortly, we're using these and we're clipping them so that we can turn live streams and audience interaction and still turn it into regular functioning videos that go out all over the place. So yeah, that's kind of our plan. And tonight's actually an interesting one because it kind of summarizes everything that we've been out here talking about for a couple of months. And one of them is, how do you build a sustainable flywheel economy without speculation out here in blockchain? Now, that's the first one that I'm going to be covering. And the second one is me actually doing some wild speculation, which everybody else in the entire space seems to be allowed to do but us. So I said, I hit the fuck it button and said, sure, we're going to speculate, and that's going to be coming up in in part 2. So I'm kind of excited about that one. I would ask you, Bell, if did we pull us down? I see one viewer. I'm viewing. So is that it? I'm the only one that's watching right now.
I mean, I've got it pulled up.
How many people do we got? Just me and you?
Yeah, it looks like.
I wonder if we actually.
Oh, we've got 3.
Okay, I wonder if we actually went live. I don't know. For all I know, we're still getting throttled, or everybody's just tuning into whatever Cosmos-verse bullshit streams that they're going to be pushing up. So it could be that. Well, I'm still going to use the opportunity, and I'm going to pretend I'm streaming to 3,000 and not 3. And whomever is joining us tonight, man, means the world to me. I'll tell you what. Whoever it is, the first person to put into chat, I got something for you. All right, it's kind of cool. I'll show you after I'm done with my monologue when we get to questions and comments, and there aren't any. The first person that puts into chat is going to win a little Sigea gift bag, and I got them right down here. I'll show it to you afterwards. So with that, we're going to go ahead and just get into content, unless there is something else Bell would like to discuss. I turned the backlight on the monitor. I actually remembered to do that, Bell. I feel very, very cool right now.
All right, so Andrew Grote. All right, Sigea.
Andrew Grote, you win it. All right, now here's what you have to do, Andrew. As much as we value privacy, because we're a privacy application, and as much as we value privacy, I need a place to ship it. So here's what you're going to do. On a document or anything that you want, put whatever name on it you want. I don't care, but give me an address where you want that thing to be delivered. Share it with me on Sigea. And again, desktop's wide open, bro. You can use desktop, but share it to the podcast, THEPODOCASTS. I will get that out in the mail to you tomorrow. And congratulations on tuning in, and I hope you enjoy it. There's some fun stuff in there, Bell. I got a shot glass. There's a T-shirt. There's some fun stuff in there. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what I consider the most valuable type of information that you're going to ever get out of a show, such as I'm taking the headphones off, Bell. I can't hear anything. So if you need me, I can still see you over here. So if you need me, just flap your arms up in the air, and I'll catch on. So I consider this some of the most valuable information that is put out anywhere. I mean, obviously, I'm biased. It's my show, but I consider this some of the most valuable information that you're going to hear in this space because it's based in reality. It's based in fundamentals. It's based in economics. And as much as we all love to ride the hype, speculation, the next meme coin craze, sometimes it simply comes down to dollars and cents. So I'm going to just kind of get into this. And I say, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, innovators, and visionaries in the blockchain space, thank you for joining me today as we dive into a topic that's not just timely, but essential for the future of our industry. And that is building a healthy, sustainable economy in the blockchain world. Now, I want to focus on how organic revenue and genuine usage far outshine the pitfalls of pure speculation, because that's what we have now. And to bring this to life, I'm going to spotlight a protocol that is near and dear to my heart, and it's called the Jackal Protocol. It is a groundbreaking, decentralized storage solution that's redefining what a robust blockchain ecosystem can look like. I'm going to weave in how projects like our own Sigea Cloud, built directly on top of Jackal, exemplify this shift towards real-world utility and economic resilience. So buckle up. This journey we're going on right now, it's through the heart of blockchain's next evolution. Now, let's start with the big picture. I like to do that. All right. Blockchain technology burst onto the scene over a decade ago, with Bitcoin promising decentralization, transparency, and financial sovereignty. But somewhere along the way, much of the crypto world got hijacked by speculation. We've all seen it. Tokens pumping on hype, moonshots driven by memes, and ecosystems ballooning on venture capital injections without a shred of underlying value. It's exciting in the short term. Prices skyrocket. Traders make fortunes overnight, but it's a house of cards. When the hype fades, crashes follow, leaving projects abandoned, investors burned, and the technology's reputation tarnished. Speculation creates volatility, not vitality. It turns blockchain into a casino rather than a foundation for real economic progress. Now, why is this a problem? Because a healthy economy isn't built on bets. It's built on utility, organic revenue, money flowing in from actual users paying for services they need, and sustained usage are the cornerstones of any enduring system. Think about traditional economies. We're a traditional app. Companies like Amazon or Google thrive because people use their products daily, generating recurring revenue through subscriptions, through ads, or simply through transactions. Now, in blockchain, we need the same. Tokens shouldn't just be traded. They should be spent. They should be staked. And they should be circulated in ways that power real application. This creates a flywheel effect. More usage attracts more users, which drives more revenue, stabilizing prices and fostering innovation. Speculation might inflate a bubble. We were all there. We saw it. I've been through 2 of them. But organic growth builds an empire. Now, enter the Jackal Protocol. If you're not familiar, you guys know why I'm doing this. Jackal is a Cosmos-based, application-specific blockchain designed explicitly for decentralized cloud storage. It's not just another layer 1 chain chasing scalability wars. It's purpose-built to safeguard data in a world where privacy breaches and centralized control are rampant. Jackal guarantees data security, freedom, and accessibility through smart contracts, allowing developers to integrate storage seamlessly into their dApps. Now, at its core is the Jackal token, which isn't a speculative asset, but a utility token that powers the network. Providers stake Jackal to offer storage. Users pay with Jackal for space, and the protocol ensures Everything is verifiable on chain. Now, this isn't fluff. It's a robust infrastructure that is fast, that's ultra secure, and user friendly. What makes a Jackal a model for healthy economics? Let me break it down. For our listener, let me break it down. First, it prioritizes real-world problems over pump and dump schemes. Data storage is a massive market, trillions of dollars annually, and centralized players like AWS or Google Cloud dominate it with vulnerabilities to hacks, censorship, and downtime. Don't believe me? Rewind to yesterday. Jackal flips the script by decentralizing it on blockchain rails. Files are encrypted end-to-end, distributed across nodes, and backed by economic incentives that reward reliability. There's no single point of failure. There's no trust us like you get from big tech. This solves a genuine need, drawing in enterprises, developers, and individuals who require secure storage without the risks. But here's where the magic happens. Jackal's economy is driven by organic revenue streams. Unlike projects that rely on airdrops or token sales, Jackal generates value through usage. Storage providers earn Jackal by hosting data. Validators secure the chain and they get rewarded. And the protocol burns fees to create deflationary pressure. This isn't speculation. It's a self-sustaining loop where economic activity directly correlates with network health. As more data is stored, more Jackal is used, increasing demand organically. Prices stabilize because the token has intrinsic value tied to a service that people actually pay for, not just trader sentiment. Now you contrast this with speculation-heavy chains. We've seen countless tokens launch with massive hype, only to crash when initial liquidity drives up. Projects mint billions of tokens, dump them on exchanges, and watch as speculators chase gains without ever touching the product. So I got to ask you guys, what's been the result? Inflated market caps disconnected from reality. Mantra. Leading to rug pulls, regulatory scrutiny, and lost trust. Jackal avoids this by embedding utility at its foundation. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building something that lasts, where revenue comes from solving problems, not manufacturing them. Now, let me zoom in on a prime example of this in action. That's our app. That's my app. That's Bell's app, Sigea Cloud. We are built directly on top of the Jackal Protocol. We are a mobile-first, privacy-focused cloud storage app that's available on iOS, Android, and desktop. It's designed for everyday users who want privacy without the headaches of traditional clouds. Your photos, documents, sensitive data, they're encrypted from upload to retrieval, ensuring that there is no third-party access, not even from Jackal, not from us. But what ties this back to our economic discussion? Sigea's model, our model, is a masterclass in organic revenue generation within the blockchain ecosystem. And here's how it works. All of Sigea Cloud's customers pay for storage using fiat. They pay for storage using fiat. When you sign up, you're not forking over your money to a centralized company that pockets the profit and moves on. Instead, you're giving it to Sigea, who purchases Jackal tokens on your behalf, which are then used to compensate storage providers on the Jackal network. This creates a closed loop economy where the money doesn't leak out. It circulates within the ecosystem month after month as users renew their storage plans or upload more data. They're buying and spending Jackal indirectly from their point of view, indirectly from our point of view, very directly. This isn't a one-time transaction. It's a recurring revenue that fuels the protocol. And I just want you to think about the implications from an economic level. In speculative models, capital flows in during bull runs and flees during bears, destabilizing everything. But with our protocol, Sigea, on Jackal, the revenue is sticky. Users need storage ongoingly. It's not a luxury. It's a necessity in our data-driven world. And as Sigea grows its user base through features, we got lots of them, through our referral program. You refer, you're never going to pay us. More people enter the ecosystem, buying Jackal indirectly to access services. This drives consistent demand for the token, not from traders gambling on the charts, but from real customers solving real problems. The money that enters through Sigea never truly leaves. It gets reused. Providers earn Jackal. They can trade it for more resources. They can sell it. Doesn't matter. But it keeps the velocity high and the economy vibrant. This approach scales beautifully. Imagine, and you don't have to. We got some announcements. We're not going to do them today. We got some announcements. Imagine enterprises adopting Sigea for secure document management in legal or healthcare sectors. Industries where data privacy is non-negotiable. Each new client means more Jackal in circulation, more nodes joining the network, and stronger security through decentralization. It is a virtuous cycle. Organic usage begets more usage. Revenue compounds, and speculation becomes irrelevant because the fundamentals are rock solid. Now, Jackal's integration with Cosmos, we've seen it, further amplifies this, enabling interoperability with other chains. They have outposts everywhere for even broader adoption. But building this isn't without challenges. We need, not all of us, Bell needs, we need to educate users on why decentralized storage beats centralized alternatives. Lower costs long term, unbreakable privacy, and censorship resistance. We must navigate regulations that favor big tech while pushing for standards that recognize blockchain's potential. And yeah, volatility will creep in from broader market forces. But when your economy is anchored in utility, it weathers storms better. Jackal and Sigea prove that by focusing on organic growth, we reduce reliance on external hype and build anti-fragile systems. Coming to the end, bear with me, but let me paint a picture for you. In 5 years, blockchain economies like Jackal's could power a significant chunk of global data storage. Tokens like Jackal aren't just traded. They're the lifeblood of services that millions could potentially use daily. Speculation? It'll always exist on the fringes, but the core will be driven by revenue from users, from AI models training on secure data, NFTs backed by verifiable storage, DeFi apps with tamper-proof records, all on protocols like Jackal. Now, Sigea Cloud, for us, this is just the beginning. It's showing how apps can layer on top, funneling users into the ecosystem and locking in value. The path to a I see her arm going up. She's sticking up a sticky note. I thought she was waving me. The path to a healthy blockchain economy isn't through endless pumps or viral marketing stunts. It's through organic revenue and usage, creating products people need, people pay for, and that they return to. Jackal Protocol embodies this with its decentralized storage backbone, and Sigea Cloud supercharges it by turning everyday users into ecosystem participants. The money flows in, it stays in, and it multiplies through real economic activity. This is how we build longevity. This is how we build trust. And this is how we do true innovation. We've committed to the model. We support projects like Jackal, and we want to usher in a blockchain world that's not just speculative, but spectacularly sustainable, because it seems like we take a pass on that every single time the new narrative pumps up. So everybody, I'm giving myself a round of applause for getting through that. I didn't know how long that was, though. I'm sorry. Oh, God, we still got nobody. It's just us. I'd love your comments, guys. That's it. I'd love to know what you think. I see the chat. I look on our own Discord.
We do actually have a question, though.
No way. Go for it.
Yeah. All right. So, new type. See the news, Scott? Cosmos BFT project, Cadena, the proof of work chain, just announced they're shutting down the blockchain.
Color me shocked. I'm not sure. What do you want me to do with this, bro? You mean their model didn't work? You mean just getting people to keep buying your token wasn't effective? That eventually you're actually going to have to do something? Is that what you're saying there, new type? Elaborate, bro. Let's have this conversation now. Come on. I look good tonight. All right, look, I'm wearing actual trousers that fit. And the sweater doesn't fit, but it's a St. Croix, and I'm not going to throw this away. It's a 2XL. I'm not a 2XL anymore. Yeah, man, look, we're right. All right, right here. Myself, Bell, we've been out here for years. We destroyed our audience, our credibility, everything that made us interesting. We destroyed it all by just trying to point out reality to people. If you have no organic growth, if you have no organic product, if nobody's actually paying you for shit, then that's it, man. You're just that slow sucking sound as whatever's left of those tokens gets bombed off by unscrupulous people, and it all goes to zero, man. There's no mystery here. It keeps happening over and over and over. So I just suggest that it's time that we try something different. Now, for us, it's easy, and I know, man. I still get the naysay. Oh, it's never going to work. I don't give a shit, man. You guys are all wrong, and I'm right. I just think it's time to maybe try something different, like be a business, actually understand wwhere you're going to be. Wait on my next bit, new type. Stick around for this one, man, because I kind of go batshit on this one. I'm having fun. Yeah, I didn't catch the news, bro, but I'm not even a little bit surprised. Isn't Cosmos Verse happening right now, Bell? Isn't it over there in some faraway land that nobody can afford to fly to?
I think it's in Croatia, I think.
Yeah.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's happening right now.
I've heard nothing. I've heard absolutely nothing coming out of that. What a waste of resources is that shit.
The Balkans.
The Balkans. Okay, yeah, we should have really been over there. I noticed that the only products that I consider actually useful out here in Cosmos, I know none of them are over there.
No, it's not happening yet. It's happening from the 30th through November 1st.
Why the hell are they all over there already then? Does it take that long to set up your booth? I mean, come on, man. It's 3 plugs and you stand up there and you get a piece of paper and you stand there and talk to nobody all day. Is that what it takes? Should we fly over, Bell? Because I'm sure they would love us. I'm sure they would love us walking. Hey, you want to use our app? And they go, "What's an app?" That would be the response. You want to use a blockchain app? What's our app? What's an app? What?
That's almost the response we got when we went last year.
Yeah, I was like, you guys want to try our app? What's an app? What does it do? It's a data storage app. What do you mean? Really? What do you mean? You're blockchain people, man. We're supposed to be privacy and resilient and all this other shit and screw big tech. But I noticed it's on all of your phones. I noticed that it's on all of your phones. So yeah, it's just lip service. But I figured it. I figured out. We figured out this space a long time ago. There was just nothing we could do about it. That's kind of the bitch. So anyway, do we got anything else, Bill, or do I need to play another song?
New type's got another question or comment actually. No, new type, it's not Cosmoverse yet. That's the 30th and the 1st.
My
so
bad.
yeah,
That was my bad.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know.
No, I don't pay
Anyway,
attention to
so
that
new
shit.
type. Yeah, new type. I bring it up. He's bringing up the news about Kadena because I just fear that day will come get Jackal soon, but I'm glad you and Bell have backup plans for when and if Jackal ceases operations.
Well, look, man, I'll even go big screen here, man, just so you guys are clear. We would get a lot more traction if we actually did have a token. We'd have more people on the stream right now if we actually did have a token. Web3 people in general don't really care unless they can make money on it. That's kind of the funny thing. I've long since given up hope of actually educating this space. They don't care, man. Look, they want to, what's the next meme? You know, what's the next thing that Elon Musk tweets about or something like that? We have become what we used to behold completely, 100% across the board. We've became what we used to behold. And I've kind of given up on that. But first and foremost, I am Chief Operating Officer of Sigea Cloud Labs. Bell is Chief Executive Officer of Sigea Cloud Labs, and our very first priority will always be Sigea Cloud Labs. Now, we know what we need to make our applications operate successfully, particularly in this space. We know what we need. So if we were to get one of our legs chopped out from under us, we gotta, we're Deadpool, dude. We'll regrow a new one overnight because there is plenty of infrastructure out here. Now, Jackal is the best for us. It does exactly what we want it to do. Every single part of it. It does exactly what we want it to do. So we will do what we can to make sure that they are successful. Now, what do we have to do? We have to give them money. That's it. We have to give them money. That means we have to go out there and hustle users to our app, which is a good app. And we have to pay for storage as we send them money. Well, I mean, just back it up, man. Back up, hit rewind 10 minutes and listen to what I just talked about. This is business zero. This is econ zero. The only thing that we have to be concerned about as Sigea Cloud Labs is that single piece of paper, income on one side and expenditures on the other. As long as income is green, meaning it's higher than expenditures, then we stay in business. For what it's worth, honestly, if this space was serious about itself at all, people would be knocking down our door. Please move it to our chain. Please move it to our protocol. Please bring it here. If this space was even the least bit serious about itself, because I defy you, go to Twitter. Find out. Nobody listens. Nobody cares. They're all in their little bubble. Find out who's building what we built. Find out who else is doing it. That should be all the answer that you need, because our closest competitor hasn't innovated anything in 15 years. It's the same thing it was 15 years ago. Innovation, competition drives innovation. We found our competition and we made a product that's better than theirs. And we're going to go ahead and let the chips fall. So, yeah, we're not concerned about our compute layer. We're not concerned about our compute layer. We're not concerned about our storage layer. So anyway, hope that answered the question. One more, Bell, and I'm going to play another spooky song.
I'm actually going to tag team onto what you were just saying. I, for one, am incredibly glad we decided not to spin up a token. And it's not because I would overly worry about the token price.
Well, I would.
But oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but okay, we've got a product that would actually help with the demand for the token. However, the one investor in Sigea Cloud other than Scott and I is already a handful to deal with. You literally, I have to be accountable for every single dollar spent to him. I can't sit there and do that for him and anyone who has purchased a token. I can't do it. I'm good, but I'm not that good, and
Yeah,
I would not have the patience.
it would be absolutely maddening. All right, I have a question for the audience because Bella and I were debating this, and I know it's just a couple of you guys. Toot, thank you so much for joining us. New Type, thank you so much for joining us, man. If we keep going the way we're going, we're going to be doing this stream right back where we started. Bella and I managed to round trip YouTube that we went live for a long time, streaming to nobody. And it seems like if we continue on this trajectory, we will come right back to streaming to nobody. But that's why I have so much love for everybody that's tuning in. To New Type. I don't know who else is out there. I don't see any other comments. Andrew, appreciate it, man.
We've got Mackenzie and we've got Lowo88.
Mackenzie, Low, appreciate it, guys. You missed the Sig. Oh, I didn't show it. Look, Bell, I got it here. No, I got it. Look.
We did actually give away a Sigea gift bag.
This is the Sigea gift bag, and there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. We got T-shirts, we got shot glasses. There's fun stuff in there. First one is given away to Andrew, and he's going to sig me over Sig. Bell, you like that? You like that? He's gonna sig me over his address, so I know who to send it to. We're going to be giving away another one of these every night this week. I got them. Let's go ahead and send them out. It's nice and easy. I got it worked out. I know I suck about sending out things that I promised to send out, but I got to you ain't got to nod your head like that. Nobody can see you, Bell. All right? It's only me. You're mocking and ridiculing me. Don't. No, it's fine. Go ahead and do you. Yeah, so we're going to be giving them away every night this night. It's fun. Everybody likes swag. So with that, Bell, read any comment or whatever so that I can go up here and queue up the next song. But yeah, just the fact you guys are tuning in means the absolute world to me. I'm going to get even deeper on this next one after the break, so you guys are going to have to indulge me. But go ahead, take it away, Bell. I'll hit the splash screen from up here and queue up the next song.
So I've got 3 comments I'll read really quickly. So Mackenzie, simple business math. Hard to believe more people don't get it. I mean, you would think it'd be incredibly simple, but I mean, words are hard and numbers are dumb, I guess. I don't know. Isn't that the saying? Anyway, Loa is saying Scott keeps it real.
You know, I try. It's not a message anybody really wants to hear, but I try, and I appreciate you noticing.
Yeah, it gets even worse when you have my sarcasm. And New Type is going, okay, wait a minute. I thought Scott had a question for us.
Do I have a question for you? No.
Yeah, you were saying you were going to ask a question of the audience.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to pull it up. All right. What color is Belle's sweater? That's my question, and please put it in chat. Don't even give me the shit-ass look. I'm telling you what I see with my own eyes, and I need some verifiability, and I'm sure it'll come in. Anyway, guys, if you could, please. We got another little theme song for you here. I hope you enjoy it. Suno AI has been my buddy, and we'll be right back here on the podcast on the KPOD network, so please stick around.
New Type answered saying light purple.
There's no way. There's no way. You know what? I'm playing the song. Go
New
fuck yourself.
Got
nope,
it.
you messaged him or something. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
No, I didn't.
Moon's a lantern lighting the gloom. Shadows twist in the midnight bloom. Gravestones hum a ghostly tune. Do the graveyard stomp tonight? Bones are rattling left and right. Spin your soul till it feels just right. Graveyard storm, oh, what a fright. Wolves are howling to the beat. Zombies shuffle on shaky feet. Witches cackle, can't take a seat. The wind whispers, hush now, don't be shy. Even the banshees wanna try. Do the graveyard storm tonight. Skeletons dance in the pale moonlight. Clap your claws, I'll take flight. Graveyard storm, it's out of sight. A ghostly solo wails from the deep. Guitar strings moan, the dead don't sleep. The rhythm's wild, it'll make you leave.
Not much like that, and be breaking. So play. English way.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kids, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. I liked it, Belle. I thought it was fun. I didn't look at the comments. Did anybody else pipe in? Did they say purple or did they say
Yes,
blue?
actually, Lowell actually chimed in on X, as did Mackenzie, saying yes, it's like purple. Mackenzie following that up with 100%.
Oh my God, you guys are all full of shit, man. You don't have to kiss her ass, all right? But it seems like you do.
All
These
right,
are
so
gentlemen that we
new
have
type-
out here. That's all it is. They'll say whatever the fuck they want you to, whatever you want to hear. Go ahead, Belle.
Oh, no. Yeah, and okay, I heard you cackling over this one. So new type was saying, I've stared at Bella's chest for what feels like a couple years now. If I'm not familiar with that area yet, then I would be a failure.
Lick my balls. Yeah, say that all the time.
I don't get to use a Rick and Morty much, but there you go, brother. There you go. Oh, and I have to answer a question up there that was put out. New type, you might find this. I don't know, man. I don't even know anymore, dude. We're broadcasting to 5 people right now, so I don't even know. G Torres put up in, or Carlos, he put up in the podcast Discord. Am I still buying Jackal tokens? $500 a day. I'm buying 500 USDC per day, and I continue to buy up the Jackal tokens. But it's not for the reason that you guys think. See, everybody out here has got this crypto mindset where what does the price have to be for me to sell? All right, I am doing this simply to increase our profit margin for every single consumer that we bring into Sigea Cloud. You know what futures are. That's the funny thing. You know, when you talk futures with crypto people, blank stares, man. They're gone. They have no idea what you're talking about. Futures in crypto are very, very unique in the fact that our futures never expire. The tokens don't go bad. All right, they don't. Well, I mean, I guess they could in your really brutal rug pull type of world, but futures themselves don't go bad. What I am buying these tokens at right now, and this is not even my money, this is company money. Sorry, tough shit. As the token gains organic growth, and I'm about to get into it to explain why I believe that it will gain organic growth. We're paying pennies on the dollar for data storage. That's it, man. We are paying pennies on the dollar for it. You got to look at your market. And the market that we're talking about with Sigea is data storage. Now, if you don't believe that data storage is a pretty successful model, you don't live in Des Moines or Virginia or San Antonio or Houston or Austin or any of the places that these monstrosities are going up. You got to ask yourself, man, eventually you have to believe your own eyes and say, why do they continue to build these? Because it's profitable. because it's in demand and because it is increasing year over year over year. So all we have to do, our job, and I've gotten the hate, I've seen the emails, you'll never compete. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't care. I'm right and you're wrong. But our pricing is fixed, but our costs are variable depending on what this token does. That's it. So we are literally driving value over to it, over to the future that we're investing in. Imagine Ford investing in oil futures as he invented the assembly line, that all of a sudden people are going to want more and more and more of this shit. Imagine if oil didn't go bad. Imagine if this stuff, you had a future that would never ever expire. It seems like it's right there. Now, maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I'm the only one seeing it, and that's fine because that enables me to corner a very, very big market, and I'm cool with it. Now, am I outpacing Jackal selling the token? Not yet. Not yet. But give us some time. Let us launch. It's coming up 2-3 weeks. We're up. We're live. I hope it's 2-3 weeks. It better be 2-3 weeks, Bill. If not, I got to fucking bang some heads on the table. But imagine that you were building, that you're selling cocaine and you're the only supplier of it. But you could invest in the future of the coca leaf. Imagine if you had that opportunity. We have that opportunity, and we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Anyway, anything else, pal? Because I got to go into this, and it's going to be a couple minutes. I never get to speculate. The entire world out here gets to say whatever bullshit comes into their mind, but for some reason we can't. So now I'm going to speculate a little bit on this one. But if we got anything else, pal, get through it real quick before I start rambling on and on.
I'm going to throw out a little bit of math. We do have one other question, and then you can start rambling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So per terabyte, when you divide that by the 50 gigabyte plan,
Yep.
we've got, we are at 20.48 testers. Okay. We've got about 265 testers that we have to provide 50 gigabytes of storage to each.
Yep.
Now, that's going to total 13,000 gigabytes of storage we have to provide.
Yeah, no problem. I don't.
That's what the
what's
tokens
question?
are for.
Yes, that's
Well,
what the tokens are for.
That wasn't my question. That was just math I was throwing out.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so the question is coming in from Toot. What platform are you buying Jackal on now?
I am buying it on both base and scraping the barrel over on Osmosis. Osmosis is getting a little pricey over there. Jackal has no interest in Osmosis. I have no interest in Osmosis. Simply the fact that they charge me 2 or 3% when I offload my tokens, meaning when I move them off from Osmosis. You guys know that I have to pay a premium to even move these fucking tokens now. For all the talking heads out here, I noticed nobody mentions that. It's like the untouchable, Bell. Thou shalt not speak ill of Osmosis. But for me to move 100,000 tokens, when I go to receive it, I only receive about 99,000, maybe 99,400 or so. So 600 of them get eaten straight into Osmosis, which goes straight into selling. And yeah, it's an absolute bullshit protocol at this point. There's no development that's happening on Osmosis. They tried their big app. We ran into the people building that app in Dubai. You remember that, Belle? That first night when we got off the plane, I was talking to that guy. And I didn't make any friends because I said, you're going to fail spectacularly. Your entire premise is flawed on this. And they didn't see it. But you notice how nobody's talking about it, using it, or giving a shit about it. Oh, look, it seems like we were right again, Belle. The entire premise is flawed. And
you know what? At least there were 2 teams out there that actually do like us and do respect us.
There are, but it's sure as shit ain't Osmo. I don't understand. Why are you spending so much capital perfecting a piece of engineering that doesn't need to exist? I don't get it. Why are you pouring capital into this shit? Because we know where you get it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Anything else, Bell, or can I go ahead and do my video portion right now? Because I'm going to hit record and we're just going to go ahead and post it up.
All right, Mackenzie, can I get an I'm right, you're wrong tea and Cloud 2.5?
You know what, bro? If you guys want them, I'll certainly get them made. Not a problem, man. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. All right, so this might overwhelm my computer or my system over here, but we're going to find out. I don't want to do this twice, Bell. So I'm going to do it once. I'm going to record it. I'll send it over. The video will be too big, but I'll send it over to Jason via Sigea because we can handle anything, and then he can do whatever the hell he wants. I hope I'm only recording this at 720 and not 8K, because if I'm recording it at 8K, this is going to be a big goddamn video. And we keep giving out, opening up some advocate accounts. We're giving them more and more storage, but I'm still locked at 2 gigs. So I own the fucking thing, and I can't seem to get them to crank up my account. We'll get that worked out. So anyway, yeah, I'm hitting the record button if I could find it. There it is. Fuck, this is gonna be a big video, and I'm gonna say it like this. All right, good evening again, everyone. Now, if our first segment laid the foundation, I got to take the headphones off, Bella. I don't care if it's on video. If my first segment laid the foundation, convincing you that organic revenue and real usage trumps speculation, not some of the time, all of the time, then welcome to segment 2, Fueling the Flywheel. Why Jackal's economy is poised for liftoff. I told you this was going to be a speculative segment. Please indulge me. We're going to build directly on that blueprint. We're going to zoom in on the mechanics of how protocols like Jackal turn utility into value. Specifically, we'll explore why this model doesn't just sustain an ecosystem. It propels the Jackal token upward through genuine demand, network effects, and economic incentives. There's no hype. There's no crystal balls. Just the fundamentals that cloud could drive real appreciation. Now, let's dive in for the next few minutes, guys. Just indulge me. So I'm going to recap it real quickly. We established that blockchain economies thrive when tokens like Jackal are spent on services that people need, creating a closed loop where revenue recirculates. Jackal Protocol, with its decentralized storage backbone and Sigea Cloud as a user-friendly layer on top, exemplify this. Users buy Jackal. They don't know it, but they do, to pay for secure private storage, and that capital stays in the system, funding providers and validators month after month. But how does this translate to token value? New type, Toot, Mackenzie. Why could Jackal go up in a sustainable way? Now, it boils down to 3 interconnected forces. New type, you can tune out, bro. I know you need these. I'm sorry, I know you know these. Boils down to 3 interconnected forces: demand pull, supply dynamics, and velocity multipliers. I can already feel you going to sleep. But let me go ahead and unpack them. And I'm starting with the here and now. Then I'll project forward. First, demand pull. The engine of any appreciating asset. In speculative models, token prices rise on narratives and FOMO, only to crash when the story fades. That's the fear of finding out. With Jackal, demand is organic. It's tied to a massive, underserved market. Data storage, my wheelhouse. Global cloud spending is exploding, projecting to hit over $1 trillion by 2030, and I think that is conservative. As businesses and individuals grapple with privacy laws, cyber threats, and censorship. Jackal steps in with blockchain verified, end-to-end encrypted storage that's decentralized across global providers. There's no single entity that controls your data. It's sharded, it's replicated, and it's accessible only via your keys, or in the case of Sigea Cloud, your password. Now, we amplify this by making it accessible. As a mobile-first app, we let users upload file directly from their camera or device, share them securely without screenshots even being possible. That's right. We manage everything with intuitive dashboards. We're getting better. When a Sigea user signs up, we create a wallet on their behalf and we purchase Jackal for them. This isn't a one-off. That seems to be what we're missing here. This isn't a one-off. It's recurring. Photos from vacations, work documents, family videos, whatever. They accumulate, requiring more space over time. Each gigabyte stored means Jackal spent, directly increasing demand. Now, as Sigea's user base grows from alpha testers, beta testers, to potentially millions, that's right, I said it, the inflows of buyers for Jackal ramps up. More demand with a fixed or a deflationary supply. That's Econ 101, guys. Prices trend upwards. But it's not just volume, it's quality. That's what we're missing in this space, quality. These aren't speculators flipping tokens. They are sticky users. A journalist in a restrictive regime uses Jackal via Sigea Cloud to store sensitive reports, knowing that it's censorship resistant. A healthcare provider. I'm sorry, Belle, I got something in my eye. It's forcing me to wink. Sorry. A healthcare provider archives patient records with immutable proofs. Each use case locks in long-term demand because switching costs are high, and you know it. Your data is encrypted and distributed. Migrating elsewhere means rebuilding trust and security from scratch. This creates a moat as word spreads, and it will, through referrals. We're giving you guys a sweet referral system. Network effects kick in. One user tells 5 friends, I hope, who each buy Jackal without knowing it. And suddenly demand compounds exponentially. Now, historically, tokens with real utility like this have seen 5x to 10x gains during adoption phases, and that's what we're in right now. Adoption. Not from pumps, but from sustained buying pressure. Now, let's talk supply dynamics. The flip side that could supercharge Jackal's upside. I told you I was speculating. Let me use the verbiage. Jackal's tokenomics are designed for scarcity. You know the guy who made the system. He's been on this show. Total supply is capped with mechanisms like fee burns reducing circulating tokens over time. Every storage transaction incurs a small fee in Jackal, part of which is burned forever. As usage scales, let's play around here. All right, toot. Sigea hits 100,000 users, and we will. Each storing 50 gigabytes on average at $1.99 a month. That is millions of Jackal that are burned annually. Fewer tokens chasing more demand equals upward pressure. Now, providers, they play a key role here. To host data, they stake Jackal, locking it up to earn rewards from user payments. We give that to them. This reduces liquid supply, creating a natural floor under the price. If Sigea drives a surge in storage needs, and we will, More providers are going to join, staking more Jackal, tightening supply further. It is a positive feedback loop. Higher usage rewards providers better, attracting more stakers, which enhances network reliability and draws even more users. In bull markets, and that's the beauty of this, is we don't care what the state of the market is. But in bull markets, this could lead to staking yields that outpace inflation. Between the burn, between the buys. But Jackal's edge is that yields come from real revenue, not subsidies. Now compare it to speculative chains where emissions dilute holders, which is all of crypto. But here, value accrues to participants. Now, analysts, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna, because I was writing like a madman today. Analysts often model this as a utility multiplier. You ever hear of that new type? I know you have. For every 1% increase in storage volume, token value could rise 2 to 3% due to compounded scarcity. Velocity multipliers tie it all together, accelerating the flywheel and amplifying token appreciation. Velocity is how quickly Jackal moves within the ecosystem before exiting to exchanges or becoming USDC. High internal velocity means less selling pressure, more economic activity, and stronger fundamentals. Now in Jackal, velocity starts with seamless integrations, period. Jackal is our storage layer, but Sigea handles the heavy lifting. Users. Our users don't need to be crypto experts. They connect once and payments happen in the background. This keeps Jackal circulating. Pay to providers who might restake. They might use it for their own storage needs. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Now, looking ahead, imagine enhancements that boost this further. That's what we're looking at. Now, while it's not live yet, we've been entertaining this. Features like automated storage top-ups could make refills effortless, ensuring users, our users, always have Jackal on hand without manual buys. That's our sweet spot. Or developer tools that let other apps embed Jackal storage. Out of the fees back as Jackal incentives. These would multiply velocity by bringing in ecosystems beyond Sigea. Think DeFi apps needing secure file oracles or NFT platforms requiring immutable metadata storage. Each integration that we make funnels more users, more transactions, and higher velocity. And if you want me to go on about velocity of money, I'm more than happy to do that. Now, studies on similar protocols show that a 2x velocity increase, which we will wildly exceed, they can correlate with a 3 to 5x token value growth over 12 to 18 months as the ecosystem becomes self-reinforcing. Now, projecting to the future, and this is where I'm going completely off the rails, Bell. Give me a break here. But projecting to the future, let's sketch a possible, I consider realistic, 36-month horizon for Jackal and Sigea. By Q4 of 2025, this year, as Sigea exits alpha and launches broadly, we could potentially see 50,000 active users. That's our number. That's what we're going for. Will we hit it in Q4? Probably not. But that's what we're aiming for. That's why we're on the road all the goddamn time, making these connections, talking to everybody. But 50,000 active users paying us $2 a month is 100,000 in monthly Jackal demand. I consider it conservative. And we're basing this on comparable Web3 apps, but particularly Web2 apps, which we are wildly superior to. Now, by mid-2026, with marketing pushes and partnerships, we might get some. Perhaps with Cosmos hubs for cross-chain access, but I have completely discounted Cosmos to do anything that seems reasonable, rational, or smart in business. But let's pretend that we can get our user count up to 500,000. We are burning 1% of circulating supply yearly. 1% of Jackal is burned yearly when we hit that number. Now, token value? Sure. I'm speculating. We could potentially 4-6x from today, fueled by organic metrics. Terabytes stored by up 10x. Transactions per user doubling. Now, by late 2027, Jackal could capture, potentially, let's just lowball a number. Let's say 0.05. 0.5% of the global cloud market, which is massive. But it's still a sliver. But it's equating to billions in equivalent value. Sigea evolves into a suite. Have you heard us talking? Have you read between the lines? Bell and I have not been subtle. Enterprise tiers for compliant storage, AI-assisted organization, even collaborative tools. All paid in Jackal, babe. Network effects dominate. Providers geolocate because they're going to have to for faster access, reducing latency below centralized rivals because we insist on it. Velocity hits escape velocity as Jackal becomes the de facto currency for decentralized data. What's your upside? I know you're asking. Tokens like this have historically crushed it during mass adoption, not from speculation, but from becoming indispensable. Now, risk exists. I don't care. Market downturns, competition, regulations. But Jackal's focus on utility mitigates them. No over-reliance on VC dumps. Growth is bootstrapped by users. And with Sigea's consumer-friendly interface, simplifying onboarding, adding tutorials, we can do that. Adoption barriers crumble. So here's your playbook for this week if you'd like to help. You don't care, you don't care. I get it. But as a user, upload data, refer friends. Let's see if we can bootstrap the demand a little bit. If you're a developer, explore Jackal's SDK for integrations that could earn you a slice. It ain't that damn hard. And as a provider, if we have any, host storage to capture rewards. As an investor, you got to look beyond the charts, man. This is a brave new world. Track metrics like active wallets, storage volume, and burn rates. But I still consider one of the most important metrics for this right now is how many users does Sigea have? These are the signals that scream upside ahead. Now, in closing, picture Jackal's economy as, a rocket. Organic demand is the fuel. Scarcity is the engine. Velocity, the thrust. Sigea Cloud lights the match. And together, they launch Jackal higher. Not on hype, but on hard value. This isn't gambling. It's investing in a future where blockchain delivers. Why could the token go up? Because when utility wins, everybody does. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for indulging me. I'm turning off record and I'm putting on the headphones. Belle, what'd you think of that one, Belle? I spent like 2 hours writing that.
Well, I mean, I do agree with that. I do agree with Mackenzie here saying, okay, simple math. And he also says,
Yeah, the interesting part is this really is interesting part. Doesn't matter if you touch the token. As a matter of fact, on a personal level, I'd recommend you stay out of it. I wouldn't touch any single crypto. There is nothing out here that really gets me hyped. Nothing. A cash, a little bit, but the competition is so fierce in the cloud provider market, and why I like a cash. And we're stockpiled. I'm still having to buy up a cash. I'll never compete with the amount of sell pressure that's on that token. We never will. But right now we kind of need them. But if it goes south, we'll go to Render, we'll go to Anchor, we'll go to Nillion, we'll go to any number of cloud providers. So I'm not really sweating that one. But there just isn't another Jackal. Bell, that's a problem. There's nobody out there that gives us the amount of reliability and features that we get from Jackal. There just isn't one out there. We'll keep shopping around. Maybe if something comes up. But no, I'm very, very confident in what they're doing. It's just it. It's a race. We all know it's a race. But we're at launch. So it kind of changes that up. Anyway, Bell, please, questions, comments, if we got any.
All right, so new type. Is Sigea allowed to form contracts with some of these Cosmos Cartel validators? Maybe take a page from Squirrel Logic's playbook, and I'll actually take this one first, Scott.
You go ahead.
Yes, Sigea Cloud is allowed to form contracts with some of the Cosmos Cartel validators. However, I am not going to go out of my way to approach each and every one of these validators with that offer. If they believed in Sigea at all, and we're all over the place, they have seen us, they know about Sigea. If they were in favor of using our product at all, they would have come to us by now. I am not going to chase them down.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing, man. Look, we are a Web 2 application, man. We use Web 3, but we really don't need Web 3. And people are just very, very slow to change out here in this space, in any space. Anything that you're dealing with hard money, and people are very, very slow to change. The entire continent shifted underneath your feet, and they still don't realize the products are getting more convoluted, they're getting more obscure, they're getting more difficulties. I'll give you a token in general. Ruji, you guys remember Kajira? You remember that? You ever fucking hear of them again? No. All right, they bloom, they gloom, they fucking disappear. But that's not our kind of market. I would love to form up partnerships with any kind of validators out here, but they're not beating down our door. I think the bulk of them are simply here to extract, and I literally see them as competition to what we are building, because I have to put more value on the chain than they extract. So they're literally my competition. If any of them would like to step up and partner up, sure, we're more than happy to have those discussions, but I'm not going to go running them down. For fuck's sake, it cost me nothing to spin up my own validator. All right, it cost me nothing to do that. And every single token that we generate on our very own validator, and we'll be top 10 inside of about 3 minutes, we could use as data futures for Jackal Protocol. The fact that we don't have a validator should suggest to you at least a little bit that we're kind of serious about this as a business. I don't want to compete against them. Look, Scott at SigeaCloud.io, if you have an idea, you're a validator on this chain, and obviously there's 100 or 70 or 80 or 90 validators, but we're doing a Jackal stream and we got 8 viewers. It's clear that they're not serious about what they're doing over there whatsoever. And if they're not serious, I'm not going to waste my time on them. Hope that answered the question, Belle. Carry on.
I will say there are a few validators for Jackal that I know are not selling tokens that are actually testing our app. So you guys, you're excused. You're giving comments and feedback. You're good. But the rest of them, nah.
Yeah, it's a little nuts. Anyway, carry on, Belle, if we got anything.
All right. That was actually, so Toot was chiming in saying the ending to monologue number 2. That ending, though, plus 20.
You know what? I appreciate it. We don't get a lot of that anymore. Look, man, between me, between you, between the 5 or 6 people we got watching, we know how to do a successful stream. We just don't want to. All right, we don't want to just simply come up here and say what people want to hear. If that being the case, we could be successful in any goddamn environment. That's not our thing. We are here to tell you our truth, the way we say it, the way we see it, and what we're building for. People don't care. It really doesn't matter. I would love to fill the audience. I love the feedback. I love talking to people, and we are always, as always, a pure AMA. But I'm not going to bend the knee and kiss the ass and start talking about how Adam's going to be the next great thing, or how any of these other fucking people that are chasing block space. We're not going to do it.
Someone on X actually suggested that you do that to gain traction. And
are you fucking kidding me? When
I
done that?
Well, I just about had a fit, because it's like, okay, no, we are not doing that.
I guess you've never listened to us ever. Because if not, I'd be an AMP advocate. I'd be sitting up here talking about AMP. You know, those guys are pure community members, and they'll tune into anybody who's speaking positively about anything. But we're not going to do it, man. We're going to change. So I see that we have about 6 viewers right now. Tomorrow I'm expecting about 4. We're going to carry on. We're going to stick with fundamentals. We're going to stick with what actually going to matter. But we're going to slam dunk on this fucking space, and I cannot wait for it. Anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in tonight. I know it was a little, it's not really what we do, but I had to cut a couple videos, and it seemed like a good time to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and check out. I'm going to have a tortilla, 2 cheese sticks. It's a low-carb tortilla. It has 2 carbohydrates per tortilla, Bell, which means it's almost pure dietary fiber. My bowel movements are enormous. They're the size of a baby's arm. I'm so proud of that right now. I take pictures. I send them to my daughter. She gives me thumbs up. That's my life now. Sigea Cloud soldiers on, man, and there's absolutely nothing that's going to stop this. So if you're using it, we certainly appreciate it. If you're not using it, please give us a try. But that's it. So Belle, go ahead and talk us up. Take us out of here. Had a wonderful time. I really got to pee. So do your business, Belle.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and tomorrow, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to Scott or myself, scott@thepodcast.com or bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time.